Capitalization. This slide shows how the alphabet is written. It is written like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. This is called lowercase. You may also have seen it written like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. This is called uppercase or capital letters. These are capital letters. Capitalization and how it's used. This slide shows when capitalization should be used. Capitalization is when you use an uppercase or capital letter to show that something is important. A word is important when it is the first word of a sentence. For example, the dog ran home. The T in the is capital because it is the first word of the sentence. You should also capitalize pronouns. For example, I like cookies. The I is capital because it is a pronoun. It is also capital because it is the first word of a sentence. Make sure to capitalize pronouns even in contractions. For example, I hope I'll or I will get candy. The word I is capital because it is the first word of the sentence. It is also capital since it is a pronoun. The word I'll is capitalized because it is still I in the contraction. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are persons, places, or things. They are also formal names, formal places, and formal things. Proper nouns must be capitalized in sentences. This slide shows more examples of how proper nouns are used. A proper noun is the name of a person, like Michael Jackson. Notice the M in his first name and the J in his last name are both capitalized. A proper noun is also a place, like California, which is why the C in California is capitalized. It can also be a day of the week, like Friday, or a month. Notice the F in Friday is capitalized. It can also be a special event, like New Year's. Notice the N in new and the Y in years are both capitalized. In summary, proper nouns are names, places, days of the week, months, and special events. This slide shows more examples of how proper nouns can be used. A proper noun is also a historical event, like Independence Day. Both the I and the D must be capitalized. Proper nouns are also nationalities, languages, and religions. Therefore, the E in English must also be capital. They can also be monuments and buildings, like the Taj Mahal. Once again, both the T and the M must be capital. They can also be titles of people, like President Obama. Notice the P and the O must both be capitalized. Keep in mind, the word president is only capitalized when it has a name in front of it. More capitalization. The first word and all important words of titles of books, newspapers, magazines, stories, poems, musical compositions, and other works of art must all be capitalized. Let's review. We have learned that uppercase letters are called capital letters. Let's review. We have learned that uppercase letters are called capital letters. We know that capital letters can be used in the first letter of the first word of a sentence. We know they can be used with pronouns, including contractions, and proper nouns. Practice time. This is the time to practice. Try to find as many capitalization errors as you can. On Friday, we saw the movie Spider-Man. At this time, you can pause the video to review the sentence. Let's go over the sentence. The first rule we learned was that all sentences must start with a capital letter. So the word on must have a capital O. On Friday. We have also learned that the days of the week must be capitalized, like Friday. So F must be capital. We also know that the titles of movie names must be capital as well, like the S in Spider-Man. More practice. Here is another practice problem. Try to find as many capitalization errors as you can. My mother and I will go to New York for New Year's. At this time, you can pause the video to review the sentence. Let's review the sentence. The first word of every sentence must be capitalized, so the M in my needs to be capital. I is a pronoun, so it must also be capitalized. The names of places must also be capitalized, so the N in New York and the Y in New York must both be capitalized. And finally, New Year's is the name of a holiday, so the N and Y must be capitalized as well. Great job and congratulations on completing the capitalization lesson. Thank you.